Okay, so match one, we're gonna try. Ooh, and see, this is one reason I like the 24 land version, is that in theory we see hands like this less often. Also, I get to complain that I didn't draw lands in a 24 land deck. That is a plus, you know. With a 20 land deck, I suppose you could complain too, but you know, we can really complain if we don't see lands in a 24 land deck. Oh, and here, see, this is keepable because we can play the Spikefield Hazzard as a land. We would not be able to keep this if not. So let's spin a Seasoned Pyromancer. This could be very bad if we're playing against like Jund or something. But against an unknown opponent, we want to have access to as much burn spells as possible. And yeah, and also like, you know, we don't know when we're going to hit 3 mana, so. Oh, so it looks like we're playing Dimir Inverter. The good news is, my understanding is that for a 2-color deck, this deck has surprisingly terrible mana, so maybe we'll be able to juke them, as we say, with Blood Moon. But otherwise, I think this is actually a pretty tricky matchup if we can't resolve Blood Moon. That is one nice thing about having Blood Moon in the main, is that we can randomly juke decks that otherwise we would actually kind of have a tricky time dealing with. Same was true for actually Ad Nauseam back in the day. It was one of our only ways to win, was to just try to color screw them with Blood Moon. And then try to win before they could play artifact lands. And anyway, you know, I could fire off a Firebolt and I'll light up the stage, but since I'm going to be trying to jam Blood Moon next turn anyway, like if I hit like say, if I hit 2 spells with this, one of which isn't a Blood Moon, then there's a very good chance I just completely wasted and light up the stage for no reason, because I am going to have to jam Blood Moon next turn. I don't want to play with other spells. Alright, nice. So hopefully they don't have Force Negation. I'm sure they do play it in their deck. I'm actually not sure how many blue cards they have. They probably play enough blue cantrips that they probably can play Force Negation. So let's hope they don't force and negate the Blood Moon or drop a untapped Black Source in Thoughtseize or something. Let's see. Well, there's an untapped Black Source. Or Spell Snare, or Spell Pierce. Well, you gotta go for it because, there's literally probably never a better time to try. I got a feeling it's gonna eat a Force Negation though. I haven't played this deck in a long time, but I'm sure they do play it. Hopefully, if they do play it, they don't have it. It's our best chance to take a victory, so hopefully it does just run away with the game. Must to say here, it's kind of classic Obosh stuff. Blood Moon still randomly our best chance at winning certain matchups. Hopefully this is just like a pause for our opponent being in shock, being like, oh my god, who plays main deck Blood Moon? You know, sometimes that happens to us where it's like, oh my god, you know, where something it's like so devastating that we just like freeze for a while. Hopefully that's what's happening over there, and it's not like deciding which card to pitch. Okay, hopefully, unless they're playing like main deck Aether Gust or Repeal, more likely to play Repeal than Aether Gust in the main. Yeah, unless they're playing main deck Feed the Swarm, yeah, then better that the basic we saw was a swamp rather than an island. Okay. I think let's play Seasoned Pyromancer. And the reason why is that we're not actually guaranteed to draw our 5th land. Let's just the Firebolts. Alright, and let's play this, and let's play Soulscar. So see, we're closer to Obosh mana, but yeah. And as we can see, these Spikefield Hazards, I think these were indisputably better than Lava Darts. They just enabled us to curve out to what we needed to curve out to. No Feed the Swarm. No Feed the Swarm. No main deck random green card in your hand and Force of Vigor. No Feed the Swarm. No Feed the Swarm. Alright, so I guess let's just get rid of this so our tokens can attack freely. Without Lava Dart, there's no reason not to tap the non-basics, just in case they deal with Blood Moon, and then they, like, you know, what do you call it? Play Field of Ruin or something. You know, he could have fired off Lightning Bolt to get more Prowess triggers, but with only one Prowess creature, like, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just... Oh, nice. Yeah, and see what we can do here is we can put Obosh to hand. Yay. And I think we've got a lethal next turn because we can play Obosh and then attack for a bunch and Lightning Bolt for 6, so I think we're in pretty good shape. And hopefully that's the opponent realizing that with 6 mana at our disposal next turn and Obosh, it ain't looking good. Unless they play Feed the Swarm. No, Feed the Swarm. No, Feed the Swarm. No, Nate, Feed the Swarm. No, 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 Feed the Swarm. Fatal Push is okay. I can live with Fatal Push. No, Feed the Swarm. Hopefully this is pausing because they're in shock that they got juked by Blood Moon. Yep. I mean, you know, I'll say it right now. This is probably a bad matchup if we can't juke them with Blood Moon. But then again, that is one of the reasons we play Blood Moon in the main is to randomly juke people. Oh no. I was going to say, oh no, I hope that isn't some kind of instant speed Feed the Swarm effect that I'm not aware of. Feed the Swarm, by the way, is 1 black, 1 colorless sorcery. Destroy target enchantment, you lose 3 life. So obviously they couldn't have played it here, but... Well, I don't know why they felt the need to show me their deck before conceding. Well, Phyrexian on life is really nasty. But hey, the fact that they're a 3-mana deck means I think they're even more susceptible to Blood Moon, so that is nice. Oh man, I probably should have looked a little further. Did they play Artifact? Did they play, yeah, Talisman of Dominance. Okay, thank goodness I can look at the log. Talisman of Progress. Okay, so they play Mana Rocks. So, yeah, that means we want to play Shattering Spree. I think Shattering Spree is going to be better than Flame Slash. I mean, dealing with Thassa's Oracle doesn't really seem that great. But dealing with a Mana Rock or even multiple Mana Rocks seems pretty awesome. Let's see, what other options do we have? We could bring in Relic. Relic actually can be good against Inverter of Truth because... Except here's the thing, like some Inverter of Truth decks, they play Inverter and then they play Inverter with like a few cards left in their library, and then they like draw a card in their turn. But I think this deck kind of wants to play Inverter and wants to like draw a card on the same turn. Here's the thing, Relic enables, what Relic does is it forces them to have to play Inverter and a draw spell on the same turn, because it makes it so that if they play Inverter early with with cards in their graveyard, then they'll just lose on their upkeep. So Relic is not actually that terrible, because the problem with these Inverter decks is the fact that they can play a huge Inverter blocker creature and then win on next turn is actually very strong. That being said, I just don't know that taking out any of these other cards is better. I don't want to take out any of the lands, because that helps us curve into what we need to curve out to. I could take out Firebolt, but I don't know about that either. Because that helps turn on Light Up the Stage. Okay, I might regret this, but I'm going to take out Firebolt, because I do think that there is a lot of merit to forcing them. Because here's the idea, hopefully we're going to take them off the Mana Rocks. I don't play this deck that much, so I'm thinking outside of the box right here. I kind of like having access to a creature in Bonecrusher, but yeah, the idea is maybe we hit their Mana Rocks with Shattering Spree, and then if they have to use too much mana, like if we force them to have to use a lot of mana, then I don't know though, because they've also got the Spoils of the Vault, and they got the Spoils of the Vault and Angel's Grace or Phyrexian on Life and Thassa's Oracle combo, which of course Relic does nothing against. Anyway, we'll see. Well, can't turn this hand away. You never know, though. I mean, you know, Relic is also good just as like a draw spell. could help us hit land drops to hit Blood Moon or to drop Obosh. I don't know. A 1 mana 2 damage draw spell is good, but I actually am still not like terribly against the idea of playing Relic. Just to slow down the Inverter plan, but they do of course have other plans. So you gotta imagine they're prepared for the Blood Moon juke this time. Okay. Well, let's play our spell lands tapped because it looks like we are going to have to play this one next turn and then play an untapped mountain to play Blood Moon on turn 3. Now that I think about it, maybe I should have replaced Spikefield Hazzard with Blast Zone just because having an untapped land probably would be better than a tapped land. Yeah, actually, if we go to game 3, I think that's the next move. Relic. Is playing Relic better than playing Swiftspear? I don't think so. I could be totally wrong, but let's try to work on their life total. I wonder if they play a control element. Didn't seem like. But it's good to just put on the pressure. That way, if they're going to try to leave up counter magic or something for Blood Moon, we can at least chip in damage, even if they counter it. Without Simian Spirit Guide, also they can't quite randomly jump a mana. Okay, what is this? Seems a little risky to me. Unless they're going for like basic island or something, and they got a bunch of them. Oh, Phyrexian on life, okay. Alright, well they exiled these. Right? Yeah, they exiled them. So, Iona, Angel's Grace, Jace, Temple, Gifts Ungiven, Talisman, Clear Dark Isle, and Printer Prism. And they've got Phyrexian on life in hand, so let's see. Alright, well, this just definitely slows things down for us. Fully, again, they don't have Force Negation. I have to imagine they're prepared for the Blood Moon juke. Maybe not. Maybe they've got basic plains in their hand or something, or basic double island. Basic double island and basic swamp. Now, I didn't see any Pentad Prisms, and Pentad Prisms are way scarier than the Talismans, because I can Shattering Spree the Talismans. In theory, with Pentad Prism, they could just wait until the turn they go off to make the color mana they need. Oh, there's one. Oh, at least it only produces one. Oh, Salinity. You can't get counters. Counters can't be put. Oh, so this is kind of like a combo. But they're going to deck first. Okay. Well, I guess we just... Well, sorry guys, this might be kind of a boring game or something, because we can't really kill them, but here's the thing. I'm not 100% sure that they are going to be able to, win before they deck either. I think I may have to hold on to this Shattering Spree. For dealing with multiple talismans, because they need double blue and a black. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag with this one, so yeah. Really no reason to wait. And I mean, I guess if there's some way for them to like put counters on it or something, I don't know. Yeah, might as well, I guess. Plus they're below on the clock, so like playing it out also, just trying to play this just in case I forgot I played a land. You know, there's no and one nice thing about Magic Online is that's not cheating. You know, it's just some people think that players who like play an extra land are cheating. It's not necessarily true. Like I couldn't remember for sure if I played a land there. There was no downside for me to just see if I could play a land. Just something to keep in mind about in real life Magic people is that is that you can't, like, that's not an option for you, like clicking on a land to see if you made your land drop this turn. So like people aren't always cheating who like play an extra land. I'm not trying to defend any players who that happened. I mean, like, only ultimately they know if they were trying to cheat or not. And I'm not thinking of any of the particular examples. You know, some of which, well, I'm not gonna. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, long story short, just that is one nice thing about Magic Online is that you basically can't put an extra land in play and inadvertently cheat, if you want to call it that. So I'm just removing my graveyard, just, I guess, why not, right? And problem is no counters can get put on them, so yeah. Yep. See, this seems like an odd deck to play this combo because it exiles so many cards that, like, oh yeah, no, let's not actually deck ourselves. We could draw 2 cards actually, and it still wouldn't be anywhere close to being in danger of decking ourselves. But still, why bother, right? I guess we could just remove the Shattering Spree, because, like, why not? Kind of just wasting time for no reason, but I don't know. And we're only going to play Seasoned Pyromancer if, like, we run low on cards here. Still ahead on the clock. Man, this is going to be boring. But I mean, it's not my fault they're playing this silly combo. They're burning time off their clock. Alright, so the problem is they're probably just holding up until they have enough Pentad Prisms, but they can only get 1 mana off of them. But they still got 3 left in their deck. So if they're smart, what they're doing is they're saving up all of them so that they can do the combo in one fell swoop. Which, in theory, you know, they could. They probably shouldn't have played that one. I guess that one they needed to in order to be able to do that. Hey, you know, this actually might not be bad. Let's do this. And let's actually literally ditch everything but Shattering Spree. Yep. Well, now we've... Alrighty. See, the problem is if they got 1 Pentad Prism on the bottom of their library, I guess they could just wait to deck and then just play 2 Pentad Prisms or 2 Talismans, and then play Thassa's Oracle, and then just win that way. Well, at least we're burning time off of their clock. You know, if we had like a Phyrexian Revoker or something that could prevent artifact mana, then we might be able to prevent them from doing their shenanigans, but yeah. The Salinity combo is tricky because we do have enchantment removal, but we have to play but we have to play Blaststone to do it, and then Blaststone gets shut off by our Blood Moon, which is one of our best ways to deal with things. Yeah, so I think we're just killing time off their clock at this point, unfortunately. I guess we might as well do this. I mean, since we're not really going to win by decking anyway. I don't know what yeah. Alrighty. I guess probably Blaststone would be the better card to play in game 2 instead of Relic. Alright, let's play Valakut. And I guess let's ditch everything but the Shattering Spree. Yeah, and I probably shouldn't play Head Up the Stage anymore. In theory, they can make me draw cards, so maybe arguably I never should have played any card draw spell. I'm just trying to, like, I guess keep the game somewhat interesting while I'm burning time. This lightning bolt is doing literally nothing. Might as well just let it get exiled. There's really no reason to play out the Blood Moons to let them know we're on like all 4, or 3 at least. For all they know, we could still just be playing it as a 2 of. And here's all our lands coming back. Man, what a riveting game. What a riveting game. Aren't combos like these wonderful? Did we use it both our Valakuts? Yeah, we did. So no more Valakuts. Once they get down to like 2 cards, or I guess once they get down to 1 card, then they can scry 2 off the 2 blue from Thassa's Oracle. I don't know, maybe it'll confuse them to play the Blood Moons. Oh, I don't want to discard cards. Don't want to draw cards either. Hopefully, somehow, and I'm not sure how this is even possible, they don't have artifact mana. Nope, not gonna happen. Alright. Yep. So they got enough mana to play, well, I guess they're just gonna wait. Oh, I forgot to flashback Season Pyromancer, boo. Yes, I'm playing Season Pyromancer, now you know. Man, this is one matchup where, I'm telling you, actually, Oblivion Stone actually would have been really clutch. Not that I would have brought it in, but I would have had it. Not that I would have brought it in this game, but that I would have access to it on the 3rd game after seeing the Solemnity combo. Not really super familiar with this combo. Well, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna pretend I'm dealing a whole bunch of damage. Well, what am I thinking? I can actually kill these artifact lands now. But they don't have a way to make me draw cards, because I totally forgot that they played it out, but I'm sure they just played it out because they were going to discard them anyway. They've probably got a ton more in their hand. Alright, let's pretend that we just swung for a whole bunch of damage. It's like the system's like ability to check breaks or something, because it just was like so much damage crashing through. If and only if. Wait a minute. What's going on here? I mean, surely they have the ability to produce 2 blue and play a Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, it's just kind of wasting time, I guess. I don't know, let's see, can they? I mean, they could have done that last turn, couldn't they have? Okay, what is this? This makes no sense to me. They couldn't, this makes no sense to me. Maybe they punted? Well, what's going on here? Oh, shoot. Forgot about that. Alright, well, I'm sure they had the ability to produce enough mana to... Yeah, they must have had enough. Yeah, they had enough mana. I think they're just trying to put us on tilt by making it seem like we punted, but in reality, I'm sure they had enough ability to produce enough blue mana and play Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, I don't think Relic actually does that much, but Blast Zone might. I ideally want to get this to 3 counters so that once they drop the Solemnity combo, it doesn't actually... I don't think the Solemnity combo is going to work at this time because we're ahead on the clock, and we can just win that way. Although we're not as ahead as I might have liked. But I think we're comfortably enough ahead. Yeah. We got all our hate. Might as well play Spikefield. I mean, I don't see it being played as a burn spell. I kind of want to jam Blood Moon. See if we can jam it before they can drop. Yeah, actually, as long as we can jam Blood Moon, then I think we're gonna win because I don't think they can win by decking us again. Okay. I think the strategy now is to charge Blast Zone to deal with their Phyrexian Lives. Or just play Blood Moon. You see, that's the thing, the Thoughtseize glitch, you know? You Thoughtseize and then the opponent draws the card you took, you know? That's the thing. Alright, well, let's definitely Shattering Spree this. And let's put Obosh to hand, so let's, yeah. Alright, well, again, I don't think they can win by decking us again. And they probably would have just played, they probably just would have used the mana to play Phyrexian on Life if they had it in their hand. So hopefully we can win before anything crazier happens. That might be the Feed the Swarm we were always worried about. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Well, we might be able to just win with damage here. Let's see. Well, let's, how about this? We don't want to play Giant just yet because, yeah. Yeah, let's just both of these. Okay. We can work with this. Let's just attack. See, can they play? They could play Inverter next turn and then possibly win. Another Lightning Bolt could have done it there. I don't want to lose the Lightning Bolt for sure. So I'll probably just cycle the Valakut in a turn and also ditch the Pyromancer. Okay, well, they probably have to win here. They'd have to play Inverter and they'd have to play Angel's Grace, I think, which is not completely undoable, but it's also not like completely a given that that's something they have access to. Was really hoping to draw another Lightning Bolt off of that Valakut swing, but you know, hey, what can you do? So hopefully this is the opponent thinking hard about how to stall the game or something because they're worried that they're dead next turn, and not hopefully writing a long message or something about, like, I don't know, lecturing me for like dragging out last game. I'm not really familiar with this deck though, so like for one, it wasn't necessarily 100% clear to me from the beginning that they were guaranteed to win by decking me. Although, but not even withstanding that, like, I mean, whenever decking somebody is like a part of your game plan, I think like it's not like just I don't think it's right to just completely count on like the clock not being a factor at all. But anyway, hopefully it's not them writing a long message or something about how awful it was that I didn't just concede last game. I mean, you know, actually, I don't really mind that, but hopefully it's not that plus Inverter plus Angel's Grace. But you know, hey, whatever it is. Well, I mean, there's the Inverter. Yeah, so let's spin the wheel with Valakut. Now we're kind of once again looking for another Lightning Bolt. Yeah. I'm disappointed. Well, let's kill the Inverter, although I don't honestly see that really making that big of a difference. And we're probably going to want to charge the Blast Zone at end of turn, or in response to them playing Solemnity. So we want to turn off auto yields. But they're probably, let's see. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards, you win the game instead. Target player mills 2 cards, draw a card. Okay. So I guess they take it. Alright, that was a little disappointing. But, hey, what can you do?